Getting the name of a variable as a string. I already read how to get a function name as a string. How can I do the same for a variable? As opposed to functions, Python variables do not have the __name _ attribute. In other words, if I have a variable, such as I'm looking for a function / attribute, e.g. retrieve _name, in order to create a data frame in pandas from this list, where the column names are given by the names of the actual dictionaries.
The only objects in Python that have canonical names are modules, functions, and classes, and of course there is no guarantee that this canonical name has any meaning in any namespace after the function or class has been defined or the module imported. These names can also be modified after the objects are created, so they may not always be particularly trustworthy. What you want to do is not possible without recursively walking the tree of named objects, or at least iterating the list of names in the containing scope, as in at Skohi 001's answer, a name is a one-way reference to an object. A common or garden variety Python object contains no references to its names. Imagine if every integer, every dict, every list, every boolean needed to maintain a list of strings that represented names that referred to it. It would be an implementation nightmare, with little benefit to the programmer.
Even if variable values don't point back to the name, you have access to the list of every assigned variable and its value, so I'm astounded that only one person suggested looping through there to look for your var name. Someone mentioned on that answer that you might have to walk the stack and check everyone's locals and globals to find foo, but if foo is assigned in the scope where you're calling this retrieve _name function, you can use inspect's current frame to get you all of those local variables. My explanation might be a little bit too wordy, maybe I should have used foo less words, but here's how it will look in code. Note that if there is more than one variable assigned to the same value, you will get both of those variable names. If you're calling this function from another function, something like, and you want the bars instead of bar, you'll just need to go back a scope further. This can be done by adding an extra .f_back in the call_local_vars initialization. See an example here, id 1.
On Python 3, this function will get the outermost name in the stack. It is useful anywhere on the code. Traverses the reversed stack looking for the first match.
With Python 3.8, one can simply use fstring debugging feature. One drawback of this method is that in order to get foo printed, you have to add foo equals yourself. In other words, you already have to know the name of the variable. In other words, the above code snippet is exactly the same as just
If you want to support the channel, please consider looking at subscribing.